She was the only woman in a room of 29 of the greatest minds on Earth, and she had already won the Nobel Prize twice. Maria Skłodowska was born in Warsaw, Poland in 1867 under the boot of the Russian Empire. Her father taught physics and math. Her mother ran a prestigious school for girls. They were proud, intelligent people, and they were slowly broken by the world around them. Her father's patriotism cost him his career. A bad investment cost the family their savings, and then the lodgers they took in to survive, one of them brought typhus into the house. Maria's eldest sister died. A few years later, when Maria was 10, her mother died of tuberculosis. 2 losses, 2 funerals, and a girl who decided the universe owed her no comfort, only understanding. She finished high school at the top of her class, and then was told she couldn't go to university because she was a woman. The Russian Empire had decided that. So she did something extraordinary instead. She enrolled in a secret underground school, classes held in secret locations to avoid Tsarist authorities, while working as a governess to fund her sister's medical education in Paris. A pact between 2 sisters. I lift you first, then you lift me. At 24, she finally made it to Paris. She took a cold attic room near the Sorbonne. She studied until the heated library closed each night because she couldn't afford to heat her own room. She sometimes forgot to eat entirely and collapsed from exhaustion. And still, she earned a degree in physics, then another in mathematics. Then Pierre Curie walked into her life. He was a brilliant, quiet outsider, a man who had dedicated his life entirely to science. He fell in love with her mind first. She turned down his marriage proposal, but he kept writing. She agreed to come back to Paris. They married in 1895. No elaborate ceremony. A dark blue dress she would wear in the laboratory for years after. And 2 bicycles bought with wedding gift money. Their only escape from a life lived entirely inside research. Together, they changed the world. Working in a leaky, drafty shack, because no proper lab would take them, they ground through tons of mineral to find what no one else had found: polonium. Named after her home country. And then radium. Glowing, mysterious, fantastically dangerous. They had no idea. She carried tubes of it in her pockets. She called the light it gave off faint fairy lights. She was watching her own slow death and calling it beautiful. In 1903, the Nobel Prize in Physics was awarded. French academics had tried to leave her name off entirely. A single man on the committee told Pierre. Pierre refused to accept unless Marie shared the honour. She became the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. Then Pierre was killed. A rainy Paris street, a horse and carriage, gone in an instant. And the world expected Marie Curie to disappear with her grief. Instead, she took his post at the Sorbonne and became the first female professor in France. Hundreds of people lined the street hoping to hear her first lecture. When war broke out, she loaded X-ray machines onto vehicles and drove them to the front lines herself. Her mobile units, called Little Curies, helped surgeons pull shrapnel from 1 million wounded soldiers. She knew the radiation was destroying her. She kept driving. In 1911, she won her second Nobel Prize, in chemistry, a different field entirely, something no person had ever done before or has done since. She declined France's highest honour. She refused to patent radium. She said it belonged to all of humanity. Marie Curie died on July 4, 1934, 66 years old. Her body so saturated with radiation that her coffin had to be lined with an inch of lead. Her notebooks are still radioactive today. Anyone who opens them must wear protective gear and sign a waiver. She didn't just break barriers, she dissolved them. With her bare hands, in a cold room, on an empty stomach. The world told her no at every single turn, and she turned every no into something that still glows.